चलो तो good morning to all. In today's class, we will continue about the structure of bacteria. In the previous class, we have seen nucleoids, cytoplasm, cytoplasmic membrane, cell wall, and capsules. Up to capsules we have seen in the previous class. Today we will study about the flagella, pili, and endospores. So what is flagella? Flagella, these are the bacterial flagella which are long, thin filaments twisted spirally in open, regular waveforms. Means they are hollow and their shape is like a filaments. And these filaments are twisted like a rope. Okay, and actually they are thick how much? 0.2 micrometer, and usually several times the length of bacterial cells. Means they are thick of thickness that is 0.02 micrometer. So bacterial cell length is 0.5 to 5 micrometer. Okay, but the if you see the filament thickness, then it is 0.02 micrometer. It originates from the bacterial protoplasm or cytoplasm. Bacteria के अंदर जो protoplasm होता है, they originate from that bacterial protoplasm and being extruded throughout the cell wall. Okay, so they extruded from the cell wall. And according to the species, there may be 1 or up to 12 flagella in a one bacteria. Okay, so flagella are hollow, thin filamentous structure, and their thickness is 0.2 micrometer. They protrude out from the cell wall from the protoplasm. Okay, and they may be 1 or their number may be increased up to 20. Okay, so flagella look like this. This is a flagella. This is bacteria, and flagella is this long, hollow, filamentous structure. Okay, this is flagella. This is flagella. So according to species, bacteria flagella position is also changed. Okay, so if a bacteria contains only one flagella at one polar side, then it is called monotrichous. Okay, if tuft of flagella at both the end, then it is called as amphitrichous. Lophotrichous means tuft of flagella at only one end, then it is called as lophotrichous flagella. Peritrichous means all sides flagella are present over the cell wall of a bacteria. Then it is distributed throughout the entire cell. Then it is called peritrichous. So monotrichous means only single polar flagellum is present. Amphitrichous means at both the pole tuft of flagella or single flagella is present. Amphitrichous. Lophotrichous means at one pole flagella are present, and peritrichous means all over the cell wall it is present. Okay, so there are a number of types of flagella according to the species. If we see the detailed structure of flagella, then it contains different parts. Means this is basal body, this is hook, and it is filament. So flagella is divided into 3 parts. One is basal body, second one is hook, and third one is filament. Means if we see the basal body structure, then some of the part of flagella is inserted inside the plasma membrane, okay, or cell wall. It starts from the cytoplasm and extend throughout the cell wall, and some of the part of the flagella is projected outside of the cell wall. So this is the projected part and this is the entrapped part inside the cell wall. So if we look the structure of basal body, then this is the inner membrane, then peptidoglycan layer is there, and then outer membrane is there. So this is the case of gram-negative cell wall, gram-negative flagella, where outer membrane is there, peptidoglycan layer is there, and inner membrane is there. Then the basal body contains 4 types of rings, means this is MS ring, M and S ring, this is peptidoglycan ring, and this one is lipopolysaccharide ring. So in case of gram-negative, 4 types of rings are there, M, S, P and E. Here E is written in your book, L is written. So P and L ring is there in case of gram-negative bacteria. In case of gram-positive bacteria, P and L ring is absent. Okay, so these 2 rings are absent in gram-positive bacteria. In case of gram-negative bacteria, M, S and P and L or P or E rings are present. So this is the diagram of gram-negative bacteria where 4 rings are present. Okay, and these filament or these flagella contains a protein subunit that is called flagellin. So a bacterium flagellum is made up of several thousand molecules of a protein subunits called flagellin. The flagellum is formed by aggregation of subunit to form a helical structure. So flagella is made up of several thousand subunits of a protein called flagellin. So if you see the structure of flagellin, then it looks like this. All subunits are combined to form a helical structure of a flagella. So this is a structure of a flagella, and flagellin subunits are present. Thousands of subunits of flagellins are present in a flagella. So flagellin of a different bacterial species differ from one another in a primary structure, and they are highly antigenic. H antigens. Antigenic means H antigens are present, and some of the immune responses to the infection are directed against these proteins. So bacteria flagellin is responsible for the antigenic response of that bacteria. Okay, so this is the flagella. It contains a detailed structure which contains 4 rings. Hook part is there, and filament. This is the filament part which is projected out from the cell wall, and it helps in the locomotion of the bacteria. So this is the culture media. 2 test tubes are there in which culture media is placed, and if we inoculate that culture media with the bacterial species, then after some times we will see this type of occurrence present inside the culture media. That is, firstly it is semi-transparent, but after the culture it becomes opaque in nature and translucent in nature. So after the growth of bacteria, the media becomes turbid. This is the electron microscopy of a picture of a bacteria containing a flagella. This is again if we do the staining, then these type of are the results of staining techniques. Some contains 1 flagella, some contains peri, all over the flagella outside their body. So what is the function of flagella? Flagella mainly helps in the motility or movement of the bacteria. So Escherichia coli, E. coli cells have long thin structure called flagella to propel themselves. And these flagella forms bundles that rotate counterclockwise and create a torque that cause a bacterium to rotate clockwise. So, being beneficial in increasing the rate of uptake of nutrient solute by continuously changing the environmental fluid in contact with the bacterial surface. So, some flagella helps in uptake of nutrient solute also. And if the bacteria is pathogenic in nature, so pathogenic bacteria have antigenic response due to that flagella only. Okay. So all these are the functions of flagella. Last, pathogenic bacteria in penetrating through viscid mucous membrane and epithelial barriers and in spreading throughout the body fluids and tissue. So these flagella assist the bacteria in penetrating through viscid mucus secretion and epithelial barriers and spreading throughout the body fluids and tissues. So all these functions will be through the flagella of bacteria. Next is villi. Villi are thin in structure than flagella. Okay, if we compare with the flagella, then villi are thin in structure. Okay, so many gram-negative bacteria possesses rigid surface appendages called villi or hair-like structure. These are villi. Okay, if you see the villi, they are small, thin filamentous structure when we compare with the flagella. Okay, so they are shorter and finer than flagella. Like flagella, they are composed of structural protein subunit termed filins. In case of flagella, the protein was flagellin, and in case of villi, the protein is filins. Okay. So there are two classes of villi: ordinary villi and sex villi. If you see the structure of this bacteria, then small hair-like structures are present all over the cell wall of bacteria. These are villi. And if a long filamentous structure is seen here, this is flagella. Okay, so this is flagella and this is these are villi. This is an electron micrograph picture of E. coli. Okay, so villi diameter is 7 nanometer and sex villi diameter is 8.5 nanometer. Flagella have a diameter 25 nanometer and okay, so these are the villi of bacteria. These are ordinary villi playing a role in the adherence of symbiotic and pathogenic bacteria to the host cells. So ordinary villi, what are their role? They play a role in adherence to symbiotic and pathogenic bacteria to the host cells. So these are ordinary villi, which simply behaves as an adherence to the other cells, host cells, which they infect, or they contain a protein adhesins located at the tips of villi. Sex villi are responsible for the donating nuclear material of one cells to the other bacterial cells. So these are sex villi. They contain a filamentous structure called villus. Okay. So this is one bacteria and this is other bacteria, and from donor and to the recipient, the material is transformed with the help of villus. Okay. So one is called relaxosome and other is called transferosomes. This is a donor villi. Okay. So this is donor villi, this is a recipient villi, and donor villi have a villus type of formation. From that they can transfer one bacterial material into the other bacteria.
Ma'am.
The next, अगेन आप लोग ज्वाइन हुए, हम लोग फिर नेक्स्ट एंडोस्पोर पढ़ते हैं, ठीक है? आप लोग फिर से ज्वाइन हुए?
चलो।
Yes, ma'am.